Good evening, everybody. It is Tuesday, the 13th of May, 2014. This evening, we're very lucky to be joined by Brett Lovins and Matt Saunders, who are going to be talking about getting started on Cisco Certification. And that's certainly a topic that interests me. Networking is not necessarily my strongest suit, but it's certainly something everyone should know. So I'm going to shut up now and let them get on with it. If you've got any questions, just pop them into the chat window. Raise your hand. You can also ask on Twitter, yeah, let's see if we can get them answered. But for now, over to Matt and Brett.
Hey, welcome everybody. You said good evening, so guess we're getting some people from around the globe. My name is Brett Lovins. I'm a community manager for the Cisco Learning Network at www.ciscolearningnetwork.com. And I'm joined here with my partner in crime, Matt Saunders. Matt?
Hello, everyone. Excuse me. Thank you for having us. We're happy to be joining the group today.
And this is really timely for us because we're both on our way to San Francisco for Cisco Live this next week, and we're going to be talking about the Cisco Learning Network a lot. So, gave me an opportunity to kind of organize my thoughts a bit and prepare to chat about this. So let's just talk briefly about the Cisco Learning Network, and as we go along, Matt, feel free to interject. We don't have this on cue cards, folks. We're going to kind of ad-lib this as we go, and the majority of this presentation will be demonstrating the website. So here we go. So the Cisco Learning Network we just surpassed 800,000 registered members, which we're very proud of. And we have, and this slide also has some statistics that are kind of fun for us. 800,000 strong, launched in 2008. The site gets 3 million plus page views per month, and we have an average daily users of about 2,500. The site is basically geared toward self-study students or IT people that are interested in IT and networking technologies. So we're going to show you what the site does, but encapsulated, it's a site where people can come and learn toward a Cisco certification, and then meet other people that are on that same journey and have resources along the way. Here's a quote from one of our members. We get quite a few quotes daily, and it's fun when these come through. By far, one of the best study communities I've been involved with. The Cisco Learning Network is full of valuable information, but what makes it more valuable is its people, how everyone comes together to share knowledge and provide unconditional support during each member's journey toward a certification goal. So what makes people come to the Cisco Learning Network? Why do we get 3 million page views a month? Why do we have 800,000 members? And why do people come back again and again and again? I think that it can be encapsulated in the idea that we have resources. So we have all of the exam topics, what used to be called blueprints. So basically the exam topics that you're going to be faced with on any of the certification technologies and exams that you might be shooting for. We give you the absolutely what you need to know, and we even weight them. So we'll see that in a minute, where different topics have more weighting depending on the exam that you're taking. We also have study resources, so we have the ability to access free and some paid-for resources that we'll touch on in a bit. We have study groups so that you can join study groups and talk to your peers, ask questions, answer questions. We have we have training videos and seminars, so you can join something in person, live. We have on the screen here, we've got a CCI version 5.0 one coming up just after Cisco Live on May 27th. The Cisco Press authors come and present on the site. This Wednesday we've got one on IPv6 for CCNA students. And we have a lot of internal expert-led sessions as well. One that we're really proud of right now is a VIP on the Cisco Learning Network conducted a live webinar and now is conducting a ongoing moderated discussion where he's asking questions, and community members are encouraged to answer and interact with him. And that's part of the Cisco Learning Network Premium that we'll get to in a second. I feel like I'm talking really fast. Matt, you have anything to interject, or should I just keep going?
Nope, you're actually doing great. Pace is perfect, I think. One thing I'll add to the VIP session there, excuse me, is that at the end of the 2 weeks, the VIP, the presenter, the leader of those sessions, will pick a couple of people to unlock a badge that is added to their profile that says they were a top contributor to the OSPF discussion topic for that time period. So kind of a nice little, add on there.
Yeah, great. Appreciate that. And so I'll just keep going here. So we've got subject matter experts, VIPs, and spotlight members, which we'll get into in a minute here. So in other words, we've got people that are just starting to crack the books, and we've got guys that are writing the books. This is a place where it doesn't matter how much you know or how little you know, you're going to find your way at Cisco Learning Network and figure out and find what you need. I always dig it when Wendell Odom is a common contributor on our site. He's written a lot of the official Cisco certification guides. So, and there's other authors that come and participate. And also we have a fairly new service, the premium subscription. So Cisco Learning Network Premium was launched just a few months ago. And we have an ongoing, growing library of high-quality video titles, video-on-demand titles for a range of technologies and topics, mostly routing and switching. So a lot of CCNA, CCENT certification topics, as well as some CCNP ones, and some other some SDN content as well. And also in the Cisco Learning Network Premium, there's an opportunity to get your hands on the Cisco Learning Lab, which is a virtual environment for labbing. It's sort of it's a trimmed down version of the full product, but it's a really nice way to get some command line interface opportunities, with just turnkey sit down and you're going. So Cisco Learning Network Premium is $10 a month. So it's a really competitive price point, and it's a way that people can really kind of up the ante in their education goals. And then finally, we've added a fairly robust gamification system to Cisco Learning Network. So when you do things, you're going to be awarded points and badges. And Matt just touched on one for this recent VIP member-led study session where people are going to receive a one-off badge. So that's the first time we've done that, and we're kind of excited by it. But anybody that shows up to the Cisco Learning Network, you'll be able to gain points and badges for different behaviors. So I'm talking to people that are in IT on this call or on this recording, and I will suggest that, or I will ask that you consider coming to the Cisco Learning Network and become a member. And become one of the thought leaders, become one of the people on the site that can answer questions or ask questions, and become an active student, or probably a little of both. And along that journey, you have opportunities to either attend or show your chops and grow your professional profile. We have member-led study sessions, which is basically the opportunity for a member to present on a topic to a group of his or her peers and take questions. And the idea there is to learn by teaching. It's amazing how much you can find out, how much you know about something by teaching it. We have the VIP program for those that really excel on the site, and those that do receive a VIP badge and a VIP accreditation for the Cisco Learning Network get a free all-access pass to Cisco Live, as well as some other perks. Cisco Community Spotlight members are people that are on their way likely to a VIP spot, and they are just high-quality participants on the site. They're there a lot, they help, and they have a great attitude. We will give them a special badge as well. And if you don't have one of the badges, there's still the opportunity to just be a valuable contributor. We have guest blogging, and recently we've added the Cisco Champions have been coming to the site. And if you're not aware of that program and you're a Twitter person, I suggest you do hashtag Cisco Champion, singular, to see what that group of individuals is up to. They're basically not Cisco employees that are very active in Cisco technologies, in blogging and in social media spheres, and so we give them a special badge on the site when they come to visit the Cisco Learning Network. So we hope to join us. Our hashtag is there at the top, Cisco Cert and Cisco Learning Network. The official handle for our site is @learning@Cisco, and you'll see Matt and I's handles there as well. Brett Lovins, that's me, and City Life Matt, that's Matt Saunders, and there's our website. We are going to be at Cisco Live as well, so anybody that happens to be coming to Cisco Live, I'll show you a place on our site here in a moment where you can find out more and maybe come and visit with us in San Francisco. So with that, Matt, anything you want to say before we roll into the website?
No, that's perfect. Let's give them a little, poke around.
Yeah, let's poke around. All right, so this is our website, Cisco Learning Network. Again, 3 million page views a month. So there's a lot here, folks, a lot. And so my goal on this session here and in San Francisco soon is to hopefully not overwhelm you with, feeding you with a shovel, but instead hopefully feeding you with a spoon and giving you a few things you can do and hopefully build your curiosity to come back here and use the site. In the left side, we've put a box that says Getting Started. And if you remember nothing else on this call, that left side list of things are links that we think will help you find your way to some of the more popular and helpful places on our website. We also have links along the top here that are, in some cases, the same buckets. But number one, we hope you enjoy it. You will join the community. Only by joining the community can you interact, answer questions, ask questions, participate in the site. And the site is all about participation, so we hope you will do that. I'm going to give you a quick peek at what you'll be looking at when you go to register on the site. It's a Cisco login screen, and once you register here, you've also registered for everything else Cisco. So it's our single sign-on. So I wanted you to see it one time. So, and then once you've got yourself a membership, then you can access videos. There's a lot of things that you can't, that you need to be logged in order to access, in particular, video content. So let's get into it. So if you're exploring certifications, boom, on the left side there, here's all the certifications and the tracks. And so we've got our different design here, for example, and you step up from one to the next. So these are from the lowest level to the highest level in complexity and difficulty. And these are, of course, certifications that you can add to your job resumes. Let me go back one. And also, you have the ability here to assess your skills. So you could take a technology assessment to see how much you already know. So once you explore the certifications, let's just go through one, for example, here. If I go into CCENT, which is basically the building blocks of most, I guess it would be the building block of most of the certifications as you step up, you'll find in here an overview, some things that are going on, some links, but you'll also find the syllabus right here in the center, and that's where I was talking about for, what I referred to as the blueprint before. So here's IC&D 1, and here's the exam topics. So you'll see that this is a page that does require a login, and so I'll just log in right quick, and you'll see our exam topics. In the earlier slide, I pointed out that they're weighted now, so this is a new thing, so you can expand and collapse these so you can see, okay, in this exam, I'm going to need to know this information, and 6% of the test is going to be on that. 21% is going to be on LAN switching, and so on. And all of the exam blueprints or exam descriptions have these weighted lists.
And just real quick, excuse me, real quick, the reason why this is important to, I believe, to the audience today is that if you're starting off and you're looking to start going for some Cisco certifications, this truly is your study guide here. This is what you want to download that PDF of, print out, put up on the cork board next to your desk, and highlight and really explore and review in depth the exam topics that are there. Those are the topics that you'll be tested on that you really need to master. So this is like step one of going for your Cisco certification right here. Get access to this information and know it and keep it handy as your roadmap.
Yeah, well said, Matt. Hey, are there any questions coming in, or just keep going here?
Yeah, no, I don't see any questions so far, so I would say keep going.
Okay.
Let us
Yeah,
know, guys, if, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, yeah, there aren't any in just yet, but I do have a quick one I might ask just now while you're on it. How often are the sort of the blueprints or the those PDFs? How often are they updated?
Well, the answer is every so often. So I can say I can look in the review mirror and tell you that the CCENT and CCNA certifications got refreshed about a year ago, and the CCIE for routing and switching is undergoing a refresh. And in both cases, those were about 2 to 3 years between the two refreshes. So we can never talk about when they're going to be refreshed or how far out or anything like that, but I can tell you about what's happened in the past, and that's what's happened in the past. And
Yeah.
the idea there is that I think that they always want to be relevant to the employer out there, relevant to the technologies that are in play in the field. And so there are some decisions that have to be made as you go along as to when a change is needed, so that the certifications are, hold their value and they're relevant.
Okay,
You want to add
sounds
something
good.
to that?
No, I think you answered it perfectly, and that's a great question. Great question, great answer, I think, personally.
Yeah. And Cisco's always very fair about it. When they make a cut over to a new exam, they always have a very, reasonable roadmap for those that are in the middle of one certification track, and it gets changed. There's usually a nice long window of time where they can either complete the existing one that they're on or prepare to cut over to the new one. So it's never like one morning I wake up and, oh boy, it's, hey guys, a few months out, so start considering it, looking at the new exam topics, etc. All right, I'm going to hop back over to the home page by clicking on the icon in the upper left corner. I'm going to now look at the study materials as well. So we just went to certifications, and I mined my way into a particular exam blueprint or exam topics. We also have a link here that has another grid very similar to the last one we looked at. So if you did want to get right to some certification exam blueprints or exam topic lists, this is your page. So I can easily click on one of these and go right to the pages for a particular technology and for a particular level as you work your way from left to right. I'm going back to the home page. There's a lot of ways to navigate the site, but I'm using that as sort of so that if somebody is new to using this site, that they could potentially duplicate what I'm doing here. So you may have noticed in the upper left navigation there was ways to go from the different pages, but I'm doing that intentionally. So I'm hopping back to the home page and again accessing this navigation item on the left side. And so we talked about, okay, we can look at certifications and a lot of information on individual certifications. We can mine our way in directly to the exam topics for any individual test that somebody, a candidate, might be interested in taking. And now we say, okay, so now we need to study. So this link here will take you to another grid that, again, is the same as the last two, where we can show you the study materials that are available to you. Most are free, some cost money, that a person can use to begin studying for their exam. And you can scroll up and down here, and this is the CCN exam, and you can begin your studies straight away. The letter P here is the premium content. So you can see this little gold P in some of them. And I mentioned the premium subscription earlier. That's a $10 American or US a month. And it unlocks a lot more content. And we'll be taking a look at the Cisco Premium here in a moment. But I just wanted to point out that as we, go down these lists.
Quick question, Brett, coming
Sure.
from Damon. Are there any plans for a hands-on lab environment for Cisco DC certification paths using the UCSM simulator at all?
Matt, do you want to try to take that one?
I'm so sorry, what was the question again?
It was whether or not there are any plans for a hands-on lab environment for Cisco certification paths using the UCSM simulator.
Great question, great question. So, yes and no. There is in the data center study group area of the Cisco Learning Network that hopefully Brett might get a chance to hop over to, or at least kind of show the path how to get there. There is a feature discussion thread at the top of the site, at the top of that space, the section of the site that talks about something called Cisco Cloud Labs and how to get access to that. And that's a Nexus emulation environment, and there's some kind of somewhat structured labs available to work on in there. It's a free thing. It's also, along with the word free, kind of implies unsupported as well. So sometimes it's fully available, and there's 6 or 7 labs you can go through, and sometimes it's not available. I'm not sure if the Cloud Labs team is doing, updates or something like that, et cetera, et cetera. But there's an opportunity to kind of get in, and so not talked about much, kind of an opportunity there for doing some Nexus labbing environments. Other than that, I know that from what I hear, the Cisco Modeling Labs, also known as Viral, is supposed to, at some point in time, offer Nexus labbing environments, I believe. However, I can't say anything official about that in any way, shape, or form right now because I'm not on the product team or anything like that, but just kind of things I've heard discussed on the community of Cisco Learning Network is that is set to come at some point in time. Other than that, there's really not an official Nexus simulator, cloud, labbing type of an environment at this point in time. It's been clearly communicated that there's a pretty good need for it. There is also, I apologize, on the CCNA Data Center Study Group, one of our VIP members, a gentleman by the name of Jay Johnson, actually put together a couple of tutorials for how to create your own lab environment for data center studies. So there's, and I mean, when I say that, I don't mean by going out and buying a couple Nexus 9Ks. I mean by downloading, yeah, by downloading some freely available software and setting that up with some virtual, platforms. I can't recall everything off the top of my head right now, but there's some solutions there, and that's the kind of the value of the study groups, is how to kind of, connect with some people who have done some things like that, and they kind of walk you through how to do it. So I would definitely strongly encourage getting into the CCNA Data Center Study Group and taking a look at some of the resources that are made available there. Then in terms of an official supported product from Cisco or other partners, not that I know of at this time.
Excellent answer. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, and so I looked to try to paste the links in the chat over here. It appears I can only paste and send stuff to other panelists. So, and do me a great opportunity here to show you how I got there. So Matt suggests I go to Find Study Groups. So, I'm just going to continue going here, guys, and point out that, so we looked at, certification paths, we looked at exam topic lists, and now we went to Study Learn table where you get access to study materials. And then here's where you interact with your fellow students in the study groups. So again, I went from the home page and I went to Find Study Groups, And once again, you can overlay this information. And as Matt pointed out, we went to CCNA Data Center. And in this case, there's some featured discussions. So I went to the top here where the tabs are, and I went to discussions. And then these are links to some information that Matt was just discussing. And if this stuff is interesting to you, this is, I work on the site every day, and I really care about the culture and the tone. And I can say, that we collectively, not just us as moderators, but also as a general Cisco culture, it's a safe place to come and ask your questions. So, jump in. If you're brand new, register and ask your questions. You're going to find that people are going to answer them. It's not one of these deals where you post something and nothing happens. It happens usually fairly instantly. People really care about this site and really do want to help one another. How was that, Matt? I think that was pretty good. Yeah. All right, so we joined the group. We explored certifications. We talked about assessing your skills. If you want to see, test your skills with some resources that we have in the Cisco Learning Network is right there. And then we have accessing study materials, finding study groups. And then we touched on in the slide earlier that we have ongoing seminars. So we crank out seminars on a regular basis on all kinds of topics. And you can use this page as sort of your movie listings to see what's planned. So we have our live ones at the top, and then we have all of our recorded ones at the bottom. There are so many hours of high-quality content, some higher than others, but just all across the technology spectrum, even some non-technology stuff. We brought in a PhD woman by the name of Stephanie Burns, who's an expert in adult learning, PhD, and she did a whole series on how to learn effectively. So there's from that to community managers, where we have get-togethers with the community and talk about a variety of things. A recent series that we did on CCNA routing and switching. We've got a whole series on data center for CCNA, and you can see the rest of the list here. And then at the top, if one of these sound interesting, we've got a series going right now on IT career stuff. The first one was really good, and we've got 4 more scheduled. Best practices for advancing your career, personal branding, etc. And then one of the ones that I'm working on right now is the Meet the Authors, and on Wednesday at noon Pacific, we've got Alan Johnson, who's a really excellent author, and he's going to be talking about IPv6 for CCNA. So we hope you'll take a look at that as well. So before I move on to premium, Matt, okay, so one more thing from the homepage here. We've got learning news, so things that we think are, kind of up and coming, interesting stuff, hopefully, that you can click on. And then we have blogs down below here. So anybody that happens to be coming to Cisco Live, feel free to take a look at this blog. We've got some hashtags. We've got some ways to follow us. And we're going to be broadcasting videos and doing blogs and tweets from Cisco Live. So we should have a fairly interactive and fun channel going next, a week from yesterday. So if you want to follow along with that, that'd be a good place to go. Our VIPs also blog, and we have some other blogs down here as well, certification blogs, and then career blogs. All right, I'm ready to move on to premium unless, Matt, do you have anything you want to throw at this?
Doing great. Keep going.
All right, here we go. So if you want to access premium, there's a variety of ways to do that. I'm going to click on this one here. In the right column, there's a banner. You can also connect to it up here if you are a premium subscriber. You need to be a premium subscriber, but I'm showing you that link because if you're not, if you're brand new, you can read about it some more. We've got a video tour here to learn what you can access, and then once you're a member, you get access to the things I'm about to show you, as well as some discounts on some other networking educational products that the Learning at Cisco provides. So let's just go ahead and hit member access. And now we're in Cisco Learning Network Premium. So all the stuff on the regular side of the site is still available. You don't have to become a member, but if you did want to become a member, $10 a month, or I think it's $100 a year. We give you a break if you buy 12 months worth. We have a lot of content and we grow it constantly. So including some learning labs as well. So from this page, you can see the featured titles, discussions. We have some award-winning this series, the Mastering IPv6. This series, not this particular one, but Keith's other series won some awards. Matt was referring to some badges that you can unlock if you get selected by our VIP for some hosted discussion threads. So there's a lot here, guys. If you click on the Watch Now tour, you can check out the video about what's in here. But I'm just going to, attempt to overwhelm you by clicking on the index or the library, and you can see quantities. So each one of these has, this one, for example, has 24 titles. Or if we wanted to see a full long list, we can hit the index page and see all the content that's in here as part of your learning subscription. And if you want to learn more about the webinars as well. So anything else that you'd like to add to the premium part of this discussion, Matt?
No, I think that's it. Did you mention the discount on other store products as a premium subscriber?
I mentioned it briefly. So if we go back to CLN Premium here, Cisco Learning Network Premium, we have recommended playlists, maximizing the benefit. I think it's here. Do you know where that list is, Matt?
It is a little bit cumbersome to get to, actually. I apologize.
Is it connections?
I believe it's actually linked to from the store. Actually, if you go to the store, there's a nice link back to where it is. Sorry. Like you alluded to, it's many ways to get to certain of the content.
So here's the page. I got there from connections. Is this it?
I think that's the full listings page. Yeah, I would just hop over to the store real quick. Or it's okay. I mean, we can just mention. You get, I think it's 10% off on a whole slew of learning products out of our store as well.
Yeah.
So just a nice little extra benefit. And hello, Michael.
Hello.
Michael on Twitter there saying hello.
All right, well, like I said, we've gone a little over half an hour. I'm hoping that, there's a lot to the site, folks, and you just saw a little bit of that. It's a site that's been growing since 2008, and we try to, keep it as organized as we can, but occasionally you'll find your way to some areas that it might be a little bit tricky to navigate, and that's why I keep coming back to this idea, to the getting started at the home page. And you'll find your way around too, but this is really the meat and potatoes of the site. So is there any other questions that have come up, or anybody want to ask anything? Or are we, other than that, I guess I'm ready to wrap.
I've not got any other questions come in, and at the moment I've not got many more myself. No.
Well, if anybody has any questions that come up later, Matt and I are very available. If you go to the About Us page, or About Us link at the top of the Cisco Learning Network, there's Matt and myself, and Kay Burkell is community manager as well for video, voice, and collaboration. Send us a private message. Ask questions. I mean, that's what we're here for. My light is on all the time. Well, not all the time. It might take me a little bit to get back to you, depending on if it's the middle of the night here. But, we have an international audience. People come in from all over the world. And, I look forward to getting to work every day and helping people towards their certification goals. So please don't hesitate to hit me up and ask me questions, and I'll do my best to answer them or find somebody who can.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. Any more questions? Anyone at all? People might be typing furiously, for all I know. I had one. I completely slipped my mind just now. No, it's gone again. Sorry. Long day. Excellent. Well, that's a brilliant introduction to the Cisco Learning Network. To be honest, I didn't know it was there. And I'm certainly going to go and have a look at it now. And get myself registered and have a little look through. It's one of those things that, I'm so busy keeping up with VMware certifications that sometimes some of the other things kind of slip by.
Well, for you or anybody else, we're here. So, I look forward to it. If you do show up, be sure you say hello. And that goes for anybody else that's on the call that takes a peek into the site, and hopefully you will register and participate. We try to make it a site that's engaging and interesting and fun and helpful. So,
excellent. Well, thank you very much, both of you, for coming on this evening, and I'll look forward to hopefully bumping into you at some other point. Do you happen to come over to Cisco Live Europe when that's on at all, or are you only US based?
No, we do. I didn't go this year, but several people from our team, but people for the Cisco Learning Network, there were two people who represented us. So in general, yes, there's people that represent Cisco Learning Network at every stop for Cisco Live, including Europe and Australia, and Mexico. So yeah.
Excellent.
Oh, and speaking of Cisco Live, we should mention that if you come to this Cisco Live in the U.S., and then we'll be doing the same thing at every Cisco Live. So yep, Cisco Live in Europe. We have some little coupon codes for 7-day or 14-day trials of premium too. So people are just interested in looking at that. I mean, for $10 a month, it's a pretty good deal when you look at some of the other certification video training resource websites online. So yeah, it's a little free preview coupon code thing. You don't get signed up for a bunch of marketing email after that, I don't think. But the main point is come take a look. If you like it, then you can subscribe for more time. So, and come see us and say hello and take a selfie photo with us, and we'll do some contests on giveaways and stuff like that for annual passes. So we'll have fun. Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much indeed. I'll let you get on with your day, your lunch probably. Hopefully at some point we'll have you back again.
Yeah, no, thank you for having us. And honestly, if there's anything at any time that we can help answer for Cisco certification stuff, feel free to reach out to us anytime. Like Brett mentioned, our lights are almost always on through Twitter, through the site, whatever it might be. We're here to help, so let us know.
Marvelous.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. Really enjoyed it.
Thank you both very much indeed.